everybody. Welcome. Good evening. Sorry it's earlier. I know there's not going to be as many of you here live, but I hope you watch it later. It's the Steel Toe Evening Show. I'm Aaron. That's April.
Hey.
Don't worry. We're a good 24 hours ahead of our any goals or anything like that anyway, so we'll be fine. Thank you to everybody who's become a VIP. We got a couple of new VIPs today. That was very cool. You guys have knocked out tomorrow. You're on to tomorrow evening, 150 away from tomorrow evening. I'm going to go ahead and make the guess that I don't think we'll hit a live goal again until Thursday morning, which is fine. That's great. So thank you all very, very much. We have a couple of things we can now reveal to you tonight. We have one thing we didn't find out about until this morning. One very exciting thing we can finally talk about. I can finally give certain disgusting, gross details that I couldn't give before.
Yes, you can.
Now that we have a confession and all of that shit. We'll talk about that. I also, this is just for April. You guys don't know yet what the reveal is. I did text Bob and I did direct message Chrissy and Frank as well.
Good.
About that news. And they were both very happy about that. But
were they surprised?
Yeah, they were surprised at the age.
I was too. I think you're the only one that wasn't. Right? Because you kind of just said, "Oh, that's the people who do that." Yeah,
I kind of thought, you know what? I was surprised at the age, but then I was also, when I thought about it for a second, I went, that makes a lot of sense. I'm talking, of course, about our swatter, Botter, the infamous Botter. They found out who it was. It turned out to be a 14-year-old in West Virginia. The guy who swatted myself, Bob Levy, Chrissy Mayer, Frank Pellegrino. And then now we can finally, was sending, it's YouTube, so we have to say R-word threats to April, murder threats to April and myself. And I guess the part I can finally tell people that I couldn't tell them before, sent us child porn. A 14-year-old kid sent us child porn, and the scariest, aside from it being fucking disgusting and gross,
really gross,
is when you give it to the cops, they make you keep it.
It's important information, basically, so they can't afford to have you delete it from your phone.
They don't let you. Cause I was sitting there talking to the officer the night he came to, because he has to take pictures of it, he has to upload it, he has to, get the whole thing.
Because obviously we can't send that to them.
The first thing I told April when we got off the air, because I couldn't tell you guys about it, I told April right away, call the fucking police. I don't want this on my phone.
And we did.
It was like, you know what? I was going to try to think of a metaphor or an analogy. It was like having child porn on your fucking phone.
It's gross. It's jarring.
You sit there, you have it, you go, get it off my fucking phone. It's like somebody handed me a gun that had just been used to murder a guy.
So we were sitting here on the evening show when it got sent to his phone too. So I watched him open the first one, and we can't talk about it.
Right. We can't say anything about it.
What a fucking jarring thing to have sent to somebody's phone and see that while you're trying to perform.
So there's the thing that KYP Stu says Aaron took a look. No. Unfortunately, we both did have to see it.
You have to see it because if you don't open the message, then it's just sitting there.
I would have never known I had child porn if I hadn't opened the message from the number inside. God. So we have to call the cops. The cops have to come over, and they have to take it. They have to take it from your phone. And then I go, okay, can I get rid of this now? Because I'm just sitting there telling the cop over and over. I'm just like, I don't want this on my phone. Can I get out of this? Can I get rid of this? Can I delete it? He goes, unfortunately, no. The detective may want to come by and look at it, and we may want to do a sweep of your phone and get it off of there. And I think I told the cop, I go, can you take it now? Like, can you sweep it now? Can we just, I don't care if you're here for 2 hours. Can you just get this shit? So for like 2 months, no, not 2 months, about a month, I get a call from the detective before I go into the gym, and he says, we know who the guy is. We have all the evidence we need. We know where he is. We're just waiting for search warrants to come back. Mm-hmm. And I asked him, I go, so can I get that shit off my phone? Because it was down in my texts, and he had sent more, and I never opened them. So I had like the new like unread messages prompt when I open up my text app.
Yeah.
And it just it fucked with me a little each time I opened my texts.
You just know it's there.
Yeah.
But they can't have you delete it because in many cases, like when it's child porn, that's a bigger crime than just sending a picture to somebody's phone. They need to know where it came from because now there's kids involved somewhere.
Yeah.
You know?
So we got a call from Detective Dammit. It's not Detective Dammit, by the way. It's not Thor, but it's something like that. It's Detective Korg or Thor or Detective. It's
Lore.
It's a one syllable. Damn it! I'm sorry.
Core. More.
This is not helping. So he called me, and April and I, because we're young and hip, we're on the couch watching Price is Right, eating breakfast, and that's my new thing now. I don't like sitting down here working after the show anymore. So I go up and have breakfast with April and watch the Price is Right. I only get to watch the showcase.
He's invited himself into my Price is Right Drew Carey time.
Yes, I have. So I get a phone call, and I answer, and he goes, "This is Detective Thor." Binary Recoil says, "Detective Dammit, protector of chests from the metal spoke of metals." Thank you, buddy. So Detective Thor, this is Detective Thor from the St. Cloud Police Department. And I don't know, I can't remember exactly what he said, but all I heard was the day we got Saddam Hussein. And I just hear, "Ladies and gentlemen, we got him."
We got him.
And I'm like, yes. They're like, "All right, we found him. He's in West Virginia. We executed a search warrant. We took all of his devices. They took him in. They interrogated the kid. 14-year-old kid."
So fuck the parents, basically.
Right,
too.
fuck those parents,
Fuck those
pieces
parents.
of shit. So it was Botter. Botter is a 14-year-old boy, and he apparently had these devices. The cops interviewed him. They said lied about it at first.
Yeah.
Had no idea.
As you do when you're a kid.
Were you gonna say retard?
Oh man.
Jesus.
Can I say that if they've sent us child porn?
Yes, I think you're allowed to say that about child porn peddlers. So they interview him. He lies about it. And then they said, "We have all your devices. We're going to know. We're going to go through your devices." And then they said he admitted to everything. And then the excuse he gives the police is, "Well, they bullied an autistic kid called Jake Hudson.
Oh my God.
And that's why I did all this and sent them child porn and all this." First of all, if that was true, still not a reason to keep child porn on your computer and send it to people.
Still not cool, guys.
Right. So, and then I told the detective, I'm like, "Well, look, we didn't bully the autistic kid. The autistic kid kept annoying our show, and we cut him off. We said, you got to stop calling us. You have to stop emailing us." By the way, he still emails me.
Just to block that shit.
I should just block his address.
After all this that guy's dead to me.
So, yeah, we officially know now that it was Jake. And he goes, "This Jake guy went and told him about you guys, so that kid started doing this." And what I understand about this is when you're a minor and this happens to you. Now, he didn't say whether he'll be tried as an adult. He did say he'd update us when it gets to the prosecution phase.
Fingers fucking crossed.
But I do know from looking this up today when I was getting the show ready tonight, and I haven't had time to even tell you this, but it was kind of like what I was saying to you upstairs when I was guessing.
Yeah.
I go, at 14 years old, if he's tried as a minor, he's not going to be allowed to use the internet without supervision or a tracking system or something on the internet he uses until he's an adult.
Which kind of sucks because it's only 5 years.
Well, I would say that but the idea, I think, for the legal system is you're fucking over that. You're grown out of that by the time you can get the internet back. You're not going to do shit like that ever again. So that's over. That's done with. Thank Christ. He did send us one last pizza before he got arrested about a week ago.
Exactly a week ago, yeah.
I bet you he thought that was fucking hilarious, huh?
Bet he did.
You know what's funny about that?
I bet he'll be wanting those pizzas when he does some time, right?
Yeah. You know what's funny about that is that about 48 hours later, I bet, he was probably arrested and searched. 48 hours after he sent that fucking pizza.
God, do I hope he's tried as an adult. I don't care if you're a dumb kid and you screwed up. That's a pretty bad screw up, and I want him to learn from it.
Yeah.
I really do. And I want the parents to have some kind of charge on that too, but I bet they won't.
Yeah, so this kid now is he was under arrest. He's admitted to everything. So I'm guessing there won't be like a long legal phase. It'll just be, they'll have to work out. Now it's where they do the dealing with the prosecutor. adult, kid. I'm assuming because he's admitting to everything and all that stuff and the way the legal system works, they'll try him as a kid. Although, well, maybe not, because the child porn
child porn.
It is child porn. So, they might not try him as a
That's
as a
so
minor.
bad, because, like, as the officer said that we called here that night, he's like, this is a bigger crime because now not only is he sending you the images, he is supporting somebody who distributes child porn.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And there's kids in harm somewhere.
So they got our swatter. He's gone. He's done. Thank Christ. And now we move on from there. We put that ugliness behind us.
A kid.
I mean, and I'd never been swatted before, but I've been fucked with before. This was something that really took a toll on both of us. April especially, it was the double whammy of being swatted and kind of the first time she'd been fucked with as a member of the show in that way. So that was it really, when I got that phone call today, that felt like a turning of the page, as it were.
Yeah, it was good.
Like, this guy's done now. Like, it's over. We won't have to go through that again.
That bothers me, is like, even as a step parent, you try to like make sure your kids are staying on the right track and stuff.
Yeah. And
what kind of fucking parents just like, do they just allow their kid to run rampant, like, and find their way into Elisa's stuff? Because think about it, Elisa talks to this person too all the time, and supports him.
Well, here's what I'm thinking it is. We know Elisa preys on mentally ill people.
Does she even know it's a kid?
Probably not. But here's how a kid ends up that way. The parents let the computers, the tablets, the video games babysit the kid. They let the kids go on that all the time. No filters, no nothing, no protection, not a thing.
Don't watch what they're looking at.
So then the kid just lives in that world, doesn't go outside. This is kind of what I talk to all these people who are really obsessed with Reddit and all that, and they want me to, what do you think about this? I'm like, guys, I don't, and neither should you. Don't worry about this shit. You'll end up like this Botter kid.
Yeah.
You don't, it skews your sense of what's real.
At 14, you should give a shit less about who's getting bullied or not getting bullied on the internet. Okay, as long as it's not you.
And now, as far as Jake goes, like, what a piece of shit.
Go fuck yourself.
Is all I can say. Just what a piece of shit that guy turned out to be.
Do better.
Scarface with $9.99 says, just wanted to give more money to y'all than I gave to MLC to make fun of Chad. Well, thank you, buddy. That's very kind of you. We appreciate that. And Scarface with another, who was it? Zero Dark Tony with $4.99 says, damn, that bitch Elisa know his age? I hope not. Well, I don't know
if she'd care. Yeah. As long as like somebody's in support of her, I don't know if she cares.
People are telling me pretty sure child porn is an automatic adult charge federally.
I really hope so. Yeah. I really, really hope so. I do not give a shit about screwing that kid's life up from now on.
No, I hope his life's ruined.
I hope it's over.
But that you know what? He's right, because the detective did say to me, he goes, we do not have to extradite him here. Yeah. That would be a pain in the ass. We're going to try him out there. He said because of the child porn, that's going to be a federal charge. Good. So he's right. Yeah, he won't be tried as a juvenile. He will be tried as an adult. You're right, Zero Dark Tony. Thank you for that. Conspiracy and Rico stuff. Aaron, please give your son his shirt back. It's too small for you. Wait, is my shirt too small for me?
I will tell you where you screwed up.
Where did I screw up?
You didn't wear an undershirt.
I know, I didn't. You're right. But is it too tight? It's loose. It's hanging off.
It looks pretty loose.
Yeah.
But I think it would look more shapely with an undershirt on.
Maybe he just thinks I look really fat. Maybe he just thinks I'm a fat guy, because this is it's all over
I think
the
that
place
shirt
here.
fits great with an undershirt.
It's not Chandler Bing in season 3 of Friends baggy by any means, but
not quite.
That's the worst thing. Whenever April turns on Friends,
you see the terrible
I just
clothes.
notice the clothes from the 90s, and I'm like, oh my God, that was going out when I was in middle school or so. So that was like gone.
Yeah.
But I remember parts of it. I remember like the baggier the better.
Well, worse yet, it's all back in style now. At least for women it is. Like, they want you to wear the baggiest, big, ugly printed clothes and like over your belly button jeans. Oh, just gross. No shape.
That whole the baggy clothes thing, by the way, that was disgusting. And there were 2 other trends that were really gross from when I was like early teens. Puka shells. was one. Those were huge.
Puka shells?
Yeah, the little white shell necklaces.
Oh, God,
yeah.
I had one.
Those were huge, man.
I had one of
and,
those.
like the alien eye sunglasses that would kind of be like the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I know those too.
They were really big when I was a teenager.
I didn't know what that necklace is called. I just had one, and I knew that was the thing to wear.
Yeah. That was...
Everyone had like a shark tooth necklace, too.
That should have been gone by the time you were a kid.
Oh, no.
Does it get to Farmville slowly?
I kept it. I don't know if everyone was wearing one, but I thought it was cool.
Speaking of which, you ever have a Farmville?
A Farmville?
Farmville back in the day?
The
Facebook game.
Facebook thing, yeah.
Farmville was my shit for a while.
A lot of people had Farmville.
Farmville was
a lot
all
of
right.
us fucked around on farmersonly.com too, and we all had like fake accounts.
Oh, no.
We were remarkably mean.
Did you ever get dick offer on farmersonly.com?
Yeah, of course.
Man.
I never actually met up with them.
Jesus.
It would be like 2 to 3 friends, like to one account, and we'd all be like just fucking around with people on it. It's pretty fun.
No Way says, did you both get dressed out of the kids' closet?
Hey.
I don't know what I can
do. A nice, respectable flannel
I can
tonight.
pull it over my nose.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, BITW Awesome says, Steel Toe won the battle and will win the war. I mean, we tend not to lose them. That's for sure. I mean, the fact that we're still here shows doing okay.
Yeah.
Stuck in the Middle says, just joined Patreon to catch the morning show that the YouTube overlords took down. Oh, you want to hear some shit? Our morning show is blocked because we did those clips of fucking Lily Singh. If I would have known that playing clips of Lily Singh was going to get me blocked, I would never play Lily Singh in a million years. We were talking about how shitty Late Night had become, and we played some of her clips, and they took us down. NBC's a real prick about that stuff. So...
just jerks.
I'm currently in the process of trimming it out, but on YouTube for a 4.5-hour show, that can take like 24 hours. So what I'm going to do tonight, either between now and our interview or after the interview, is I'm just going to real quick re-upload the show to the YouTube without the Lily Singh clips. So either way, you'll be able to watch the morning show sometime tonight.
Just kind of gay.
It is kind of
like that.
You can also join our Patreon, patreon.com/SteelToe Show. We have audio versions of every show and video versions of the members only show just for you.
Hold on.
Yeah?
I'm assuming you find those clips on YouTube, right?
Yeah. But they're on NBC's like
Okay.
A Little Late with Lily Singh official
All right.
YouTube channel, so
Fine.
it's theirs. Jeez. Yeah, people saying they're going to find the distributor too because of this kid. Hopefully.
They have to. Well, the guy, our detective, did say that he admitted where he got the images from. Like he gave that information. So
Carlos said, and also the suits that were 3 sizes too big. Look into the NBA draft 2003. Ugh. Yeah, that's true. The suits were really big with the giant shoulders. It was comical. Zero Dark Tony says, how did you get the puka shells in the shark tooth stuff in the Midwest? That's Jersey and California stuff.
Oh, trust me, they pump it into every tiny little store.
We loved shark teeth too for a while there. When I was like 10 or 11, shark teeth were the shit.
I could fuck a goat with, I could fuck a shark with a pitchfork. That's how little I like sharks.
Time out.
But like
wait.
all of us had shark tooth necklaces.
Back up. Rewind.
No.
Clip it.
That was a complete.
Clip it.
I had a stroke.
Clip it. I can fuck a goat.
No.
You misspoke. I understand. You didn't mean that. But wait a minute.
It was my sincere hatred for sharks.
You misspoke and you didn't mean that.
No.
But that came from somewhere.
It came from a deep hatred of sharks.
I would fuck a goat.
No, I wouldn't do it. The pitchfork would. But it was supposed to be a shark.
You didn't get to the pitchfork part with the goat.
It was supposed to be the shark, not the goat.
All right. CC says, Aaron, I give you a hard time, but I'm a fan. I know that, buddy. Relax. You're fine. I know you're a fan. You gotta, as long as busting balls is fun. As long as you come correct, we don't mind here.
God, it's really hot in here.
Kmart Ready says, I don't know. The mud shark thinks he won. Yeah, he also thinks he has a career. So, I mean, consider the source.
Why are we still talking about him?
Look, it's the internet. People like that shit. They just, they live and die for that
I haven't
shit.
heard a damn thing from him regarding us lately.
I
Does
believe
he still talk about
I
it?
believe he may have been implicated by the 14-year-old as the Nope, never said that. I kicked the shit out of that guy and won. I don't need to lose on a defamation lawsuit now by making a joke.
I'm actually moving back to Litchfield now to work in the cheese plant.
Bumbaclo says that Gen Z versus Millennial clip was so worth it. Blech! Right? Bumbaclo says Lily is Indian and bisexual and stunning and brave. How dare you? That's true.
So pretty. She
is so fucking brave.
Would ya?
Lily Singh?
Yeah. I actually don't know what she looks like. I was listening, not watching.
No. I would not. I would take a hard pass.
So I'm guessing she's not hotter than Blair White.
I'm not saying she's ugly. I'm just saying she's so unfunny and awful and like has a sense of confidence about her she doesn't deserve that it makes her ugly.
Okay.
If I showed you her, you'd be like, well, she's not gross, but she's just really hateable.
Whoa.
What?
I know that's a lot of makeup, but not so bad.
No,
that one's good.
Like I said, she's not terrible.
Now, is that like a legit she, or what are you?
Wait. Now, what are you trying to say? Are you saying she looks trans?
No, you guys are comparing her to like Blair White or somebody else.
Somebody compared her to Blair White?
I think so.
I heard
Why
you
else
compare
would
her to Blair White.
Where would I have got that?
I have no fucking idea what you're talking about.
Somebody said
I heard
something.
you mention Blair White, and I went, I'll let that go.
So this is in fact like biological woman.
That's a chick. Yeah.
Well then, yeah. I mean, she's pretty.
Yeah. You know what? Wow, I didn't realize until I looked up these pictures now that she's actually an attractive woman. The reason I didn't think she was attractive is because I hated her for how funny she is, or how unfunny she is. I hate
Aaron thinks she's funny.
Yeah. I hated her for how terribly untalented she is, and I didn't realize she's kind of cute. Well, shit. Well, you guys are right.
Look at the Happy Plague Doctor.
Happy Plague Doctor says native chicks got that shovel butt. She's not native. She's Indian. She's thank you. Come again. She's that Indian.
Dot.
Yes.
Not feather.
David Chandler says caught the swatter. Little Lemmy. Yes. Thank you, David Chandler. That is very, very astute of you, sir.
Jesus, Chad is really just.
They're in it tonight. Gino wishing us good luck for our little.
Jeez. Wow, really?
Tonight. Would not have mattered. Just have fun.
See, that's what I said.
Not that you need me to tell you that. Idiot like us, don't ever overthink it. Just be an idiot like you always are. Asshole, or should I say just be an asshole like you always are. Idiot. Gino's drinking. Okay.
But that's all what I told you.
Yeah. So I can now tell you guys who the special guest is. We are cutting the show, doing the show early tonight and cutting it about 20, 30 minutes short of when we usually do. Because Anthony Cumia is going to be joining. That just feels weird to say.
We're going to cut the show and go talk to Cumia.
We're going to cut the show so we can go record an interview with Anthony Cumia.
Oh, my God.
Of the Opie and Anthony Show and Compound Media. It is very exciting to me because, this is like if you were a college football player and you got to talk to Tom Brady. You grew up watching him, and you get to ask him whatever the fuck you want. You get to talk to him about whatever the hell you want. It's very, very exciting. Bumbaclo says, oh, Aaron's about to come. I mean, look.
I know. He doesn't need me tonight.
There is only one bigger name in radio that influenced how I do my show, and that's Howard Stern. I mean, we can say whatever we want about Howard now, but the way he did that show paved the way for the Opie and Anthony's and then paved the way for me and all that other stuff. So I would say Anthony has the most direct influence on me because I listened to him way more than I did Stern.
Sure.
Stern's reach into that universe kind of, I think, had more to do with the show that I do. But, I mean, watching Anthony and listening to him and Opie and Jimmy for all those years is... it's not why I got into radio. I discovered them after I started doing radio.
Yep.
But it's the eureka moment I had where I go, oh my God, that's the show I've always wanted to do.
That's the one.
I didn't know that show existed. Because, when you're 20, 21 years old and you're doing something and you want to do a certain thing, you're very insecure about it because you don't see anybody else doing it. So you're like, fuck, I can't do that because it won't fly. Nobody else, they won't allow it. And then I started listening to that show and I went, holy shit, that's about what I kind of want. That's what I wanted to do. So I that show kind of gave me the confidence to do the show I always wanted to do. And then as people have sometimes very rudely pointed out in this chat, over the years I have picked up a lot of mannerisms and inflections from one Anthony Cumia. So
yes, you have.
it is it comes full circle. It's a circle. It's not like a rectangle. A rectangle has edges and corners. It's a circle. Yes, I understand the circle.
It's a big night.
So we're going to have, we'll have that interview with Anthony up. It depends on how the interview goes. We could put it up in pieces like we did with Husey and then put up the whole one later. Or we could just put up the whole thing tomorrow and let people consume it as they will. I'll tell you what the trick is with YouTube.
What?
If he's talking about just Opie for a while, which I assume he will, that'll be a clip. Then we'll have him talking about, I want to talk to him about Compound Media now and Compound Media when it started. I do want to talk to him about Patrice, Bill Burr, Louis C.K. and Artie, and that whole history and all that stuff. So I would say the Patrice, Bill Burr, Louis, and Artie thing will be its own clip. The Opie thing will be its own clip, and the Compound stuff will be its own clip. And then we'll put the whole interview up probably Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, I think at some point the whole thing does need to go up.
Oh, absolutely.
Just for the smoothness of it.
So, yes, I can now announce today, basically, we got to give credit to, and Bumbaclo, we will be asking about that, yes.
Yes, absolutely.
In a respectful fashion.
Well, yeah.
As it were.
I mean, they work together.
But we do have to thank Eric Nagel for putting this whole thing together. He sent me a DM the other day, about a week ago, and he says, Anthony, the way he phrased it was, Anthony wants to do your show. And I was like, holy shit. Not like, hey, I asked Anthony if he would do your show, and he will.
Aaron's yelling to me.
Yeah, Anthony wants to do your show.
Come down here.
And I've got Shades Cal going, are these questions he's already answered a million times? Yeah, but I want to know. And actually, no, I haven't seen many interviews where he's answered about, Artie and Louis. Bill Burr, obviously, yes. Patrice, yes. But look, these are all things I want to talk to him about. And don't worry, it'll be funny.
You'll
enjoy it.
I haven't heard a whole lot about the Red Bar stuff, like working with him or.
Here's where Mike David was really dishonest with the Anthony thing. He was a big fan, and he basically begged to get on that network.
Yeah.
He campaigned, he begged, he wanted to be on, he was calling him the king and all of this other shit. And then when he started fucking with Compound people and Compound went, hey, quit shooting inside the fucking tent, what's your problem? He went, well, what do you mean? And then they said, hey, this is strike 2, asshole. We probably won't make it to 3. Right. So he quit before they could fire him. What kind of fucking hack would do that, huh?
No idea.
What kind of hack would quit a place before they could kick his ass out the door?
I've never seen such a thing.
But then he went on this crazy Cumia hate binge for years. Changed the name of the Barmy to the Scars Club. And I used to think, when I was younger, I was like, oh, that's kind of funny and edgy and different, 9 years ago when it happened. But now as I've grown up and I've thought about it, I'm like, oh, that was just a vindictive, bitter ex-girlfriend kind of thing.
It was just mean.
Yeah, it was just shitty and vindictive and cunty. All because he really wanted to be on that network. They were going to kick him out, and he got bitter about it.
Yeah.
And that kind of that was kind of shitty. And then on top of that, he started going after Anthony's sponsors and shit. And everybody in this business knows that once you go after people's sponsors, you're kind of a cancel culture bitch.
Yes, you are.
That's kind of a scumbag move.
You don't do that.
So yeah, I don't. That was kind of shitty, as it were. But yeah, we'll ask him about it.
It'll be fun.
I've got it as one of my notes here.
I'm really trying to encourage you not to be nervous. Just have fun.
Yeah, we'll have a great
I'm not
time.
that nervous. I'm just excited.
Zero Dark Tony with $4.99 says, congrats, kids. Yes, I'm that old. You deserve it. Make it count. Aaron, try not to pee on the floor. Scarface says, Aaron gets to finally talk to his real father. Yeah. No, that's not my dad.
Jim Cornette.
Will you try to book Jim Cornette tomorrow while we're doing the show? I would love to have Jim on this show.
Book Aaron's dad.
Father. Yes.
Can I say dad?
I like to say father.
Okay, I'll scratch it. Father.
I like to say father. RGZ Max says, that's what sucks. He should be riffing live on the show with Ant instead of later on in a recording. Well, we're going to record it live. I mean, we'll be doing a show.
This is what their end of things requested of us, and we're going to be amending to whatever they need, of course.
Right. E-Rock basically told us no live stream, just record the thing, so on and so forth. So I don't have any problem with that.
Yeah.
At all. So yes, we're going to be leaving you guys early tonight in about an hour and 15 minutes because we've got Anthony Cumia coming on the show.
I see some like Anthony's going to think April's too old comments. That's very funny.
Yeah, we're gonna have April on at the same time because if I pass out, April's got to take over. So
yeah,
there's that.
You're going to be fine. Stop this. Remember?
I'm just being fun.
Okay, compared to this guy, compared to the great Anthony Cumia, what's like the runner-up to how nervous you've been, like, to talk to somebody?
That's a good question.
Would you say Tyson?
No, because I was I was really nervous to ask Mike Tyson any questions. But I only asked him one question in, like, a press room.
And didn't he kind of look at you funny or something? Didn't he react to you well?
We were in a circle of people, and he was sitting down in a chair.
Okay.
And I asked him about like how hungry he was at his age and how much he has left and this and that. And like he was talking about how I just want to be healthy and I just want to be a happier person. I got to make some money and this and that. That actually made me nervous when he answered because I'm like, oh fuck, Mike might lose tomorrow night. And he did because he was fighting for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, I hear you.
April and I were talking about whether or not I'll take a fight this year. And aside, like I said, I want your opinion on it. I said, but I'll tell you where I'm at, because sometimes if you tell April that you're really passionate about something, like she'll hold her opinion, I don't like.
I would never stomp on somebody's passions.
So
ever.
I go, I said to her, well, I'm torn between taking another fight and teaching young guys how to fight. Because I got a lot more up here in boxing, in knowledge and skill and stuff like that, than my 36-year-old legs have left in them. Put it that way. And I told April, I go, I want to take another fight, but I also want to coach. And I told her my take on my attitude towards that is if you don't 100% really want to get in there and fight, then you probably shouldn't. If you're like, oh, it'd be nice to take another fight. No. Shouldn't be nice. You should want to do it. And getting the better of the guy I fought in the last fight kind of helped soothe the beast that wanted to get in the ring and fight. Kind of making a good show of myself and knocking the guy down, beating him up in the last fight. That was kind of that helped me a lot.
I really think if your whole like heart and head's not in fighting, that would be a fucking terrible idea because your brains are at stake. I don't like that.
And then April said, well, I'm glad you said that because I don't like you getting hit. I don't want there to be any kind of damage. The kids don't like you getting hit. That's.
Well. Okay, I've been with people before who've gotten concussions over less shit, and I've seen what it does to people sometimes, like just not being the same afterwards. And I guess if you think about it with this, like your entire job rides on your brains.
Yeah.
So if you fuck your brains up, you're doing something else now.
Look, I don't, I love sparring too and all that stuff, and it'll always be there, and I'll keep myself in decent shape, better than I am now. We let it go a little over the holidays. But, there's always a chance. You got another 4 years before I'm 40. If something changes, you can always do that. But I feel like I could beat just about anyone who has my number of fights. I feel like I could beat them at this point. But also, I don't want to go there and wait all day. It's a terrible process.
It's a waste of a day.
I wish I could just go and like beer league softball, show up when it's my game time. And just do the game and then go home. Mm-hmm. But you got to sit there for 6-7 hours sometimes. It's horrible. Should we introduce Anthony to Shaka Zulu tonight? I think he would really enjoy.
I think he would like that.
I think he would enjoy Shaka Zulu. I think we should show him my partner.
I think that might be right up his alley, actually.
My buddy.
Oh, his foot's caught. Fix it.
Oh, no, Shaka. There you go, buddy. Thank you to Matthew. Matthew says, did you wear that shirt for Anthony? How about everybody just shut the fuck up, okay?
You really fucked up with the shirt tonight.
Thanks, April.
You're welcome. You've got to, you can fix it. You got a few minutes.
I got 15 minutes before we talk to him. $115 away from tomorrow evening's goal. Thank you guys very much. That's very kind of you. It looks like you guys might hit that tonight or tomorrow morning. So yes, Anthony's going to be on the show tonight. Well, we're going to record him tonight, and you guys will see clips of him starting tomorrow. And then I just put the D'Elia clip from yesterday up on the channel. It just came up before we went live here.
Yeah.
That's going to be kind of a test to see if YouTube's count algorithm is fixed again.
Sounds like it's not, though.
All of our Dalia videos have done insanely well. And so we'll kind of see. Okay, you know what? It is exactly on pace with our last Dalia video. It's literally 17 views away from where our Dalia was at this point. So, all right. It's probably nice and fixed up. So I'm just trying to.
It's nice and fixed up.
I'm just seeing fucked up shit in the chat for really.
I haven't been looking at the chat very much.
Crazy stuff, so I'm a little distracted. Don't let us push you around, says Kane. Keep the titty hugging polo on if that's what you want to do. Whatever.
I say throw an undershirt on.
I agree with you.
Throw that undershirt on; it'll fit better.
I agree. Malevolent Bystander says, if you're a man and you care what another man's wearing, you're gay. Thank you, Malevolent Bystander. I appreciate that.
Kind of true.
That's some homo thug shit. Baza says, Aaron and Shaka show on Compound. Pitch it to Kumia. Neil deGrasse Tyson can't be the only... Jesus, we can't say that word.
Whoa.
Good Lord.
Oh, you could have another black co-host finally. We'll see if you two can be friends.
Crack Rock Calhoun asking who the guest is. Uh-oh, I hope none of these are E-Rock telling me he can't do it. Okay, good.
Wouldn't that be just deflating? Oh, my God.
Like deflating the tits in my shirt. That would be...
As long as mine can stay intact, I'm happy.
Yeah. So anyway, that's going to be the interview. Again, 8 o'clock tonight. So we start off with two great pieces of good news. Our swatter was arrested and confessed to his crime, so that's all over. And Anthony Cumia will be joining us live at... Or not, well, no, it won't be joining us live. We'll be recording him at 8 o'clock. Your tits look great, Aaron. Thank you very much.
She would know.
Aaron's nips are rock hard.
I really... Like, is this like a cream in your pants moment for you?
Anyone ever tell you look like a penis with a little hat on? So we're just trying to bring down my fun day, aren't we?
Oh, how mean can you guys get? Let's go. Break Aaron down before he has this big interview.
We're just going to break me down as much as possible. Ask Anthony if he still has a copy of Gangster Fight. I'm sure E-Rock does. Didn't E-Rock say that he has all the O&A stuff?
Yes, he did. I'm pretty sure.
You know what? That's what I wanted to... I got to write that down, too. O&A archives on Compound. I wanted to ask him about that.
They're so good.
Is he legally allowed to do that? Because who wouldn't subscribe to Compound if you had like a 24-hour live show playing on the weekends? Mm-hmm. Like when they don't have stuff on like, I think Saturday and Sunday. I think they have somebody does some kind of show on Friday.
Really?
Like a 2-hour show at night. I could be wrong. I think Eric's show, actually.
Oh, well then aren't I an asshole?
So, I think it would be nice if they could take that O&A archives, that they could take all those clips, and they could just run a 24-hour weekend thing on Compound. I think that would be awesome. I think people would really like that.
I'd like that.
I could be wrong. Kane B says, okay, April is the loveliest ex-Mrs. Imholt ever. Sorry, ahead in the chat. New Boot Goofin, you two are great. Thank you, buddy.
Why am I ex-Mrs. Imholt after tonight?
Well, remember, last night we were talking about all our dating histories and having a great time, and a few people said, well, what, are you guys going to get divorced? You don't talk about that shit. Like, we made people mad. April and I were talking about this.
That's the weirdest thing in the world.
We were talking about this in the store today when we went shopping. We were like, April's like, it almost made, like, their feeling shitty about us having fun almost made me feel shitty like I was doing something bad.
It did.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see anything, like, if both people are okay with it, I have no problem joking around with, like, my ex dating life or his. Like, I don't have a problem hearing about it anymore. Yeah. And, like, people got super testy about it in the weirdest way. Like, I wasn't watching the chat, but Aaron's like, dude, there's people saying we're going to get divorced and shit.
We shouldn't be talking about this.
We had this funny idea where it's like, oh, we could separately go into a department store together and put, like, shitty things in our cart and then try to, like, get people's numbers and see who gets the more numbers. Right. And they're like, dude, you guys
shouldn't be talking about that. You're going to get divorced. It's like, dude, relax.
So, yeah, I missed whoever said that last night. So today in the store, I was like, dude, did I do something wrong? Yeah. Like, do I secretly want,
Justin Dents. Justin Dents is one of the guys who was I think he was one of the guys last night. He goes, Aaron doesn't take criticism very well. Not at all. It's us kind of going to you guys and going, you guys are being kind of weird. Not like we weren't taking the criticism well. What we were saying is like, you guys aren't okay. Like people who were complaining about it, like, are you guys all right?
I was remarkably comfortable last night.
Justin, don't be the king of projection there, buddy. So, yeah, we were talking about that. And, Brittany said in the chat, she goes, everybody talks about their exes. That's what I thought.
I don't think
everyone
everybody
tells stories.
I think the only time you don't feel okay talking about your past is if you're not okay with it.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like there's still something that you're carrying from that. Dude, I've been through a lot of really good shit, and I've been through a lot of really bad shit, and none of it could bother me to talk about it at this point.
I only want to read the criticism for a second here. Adam the 16 says, no, Aaron's problem. I'm always excited to know what my problem is.
What is your problem?
I love people who go, you can't, like that Justin guy goes, you can't handle criticism. I'm like, you know what? You go and do a show and see if you read near as much negative shit about yourself as I do. And then let's see who handles it better. Adam, because I always get excited whenever someone goes, Aaron's problem, like with all the confidence in the world. I'm like, well, I'm really excited to hear about what's wrong with me.
Yeah.
Aaron's problem is that he thinks the chat should always be talking about the shit he's talking about. It's almost like I would like the people who are watching the show to engage with what the show is doing.
Stay on task, if you will.
Look, if that is my problem, here's what I'll say to Adam.
That's almost a compliment.
If that is my problem, I will own that problem.
Yeah.
You are correct.
That's like, boy, on your list of problems, that's like way down there.
Thanks, April. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Adam says, yeah, you got me. I'm wrong. Somehow you're going to spin this in a way where I'm the dumb fuck and I'm wrong.
Oh my
Don't be
God.
a girl about... That's what I'm talking about with some of you guys. We try to have fun with you and you just get like little girls. It's just...
I really thought anything we said last night would have been remarkably funny. Like, I thought it would have been so funny and people could sit there and either like relate or laugh at least. And...
and Adam's like, and I called it. It's like, dude, we were fucking with you, buddy.
You guys are all kind of cunty today.
We're just trying to have
last night.
We're just trying to have some problems or to have some issues with. Or no, you're having issues with me. I'm getting ahead of myself.
God, you are stroking out a lot.
I'm trying to have a little fun with you. You can go, here's what Aaron's problem is, and I go, I don't really see that as a problem. Oh, I knew you were going to say that. Am I not supposed to?
Maybe you're the cunt.
And then he goes, chill, bros. You can't get excited and then say chill.
No, he says betroths.
Oh, betroths. Oh, sorry. Adam says chill, betroths. So
it's different than bros.
I think a lot of the problem is, here's the problem. Here's the real problem.
Not enough interracial couples.
There's not enough back and forth. Everyone, and Adam wants to go, here's your problem. And then you go, well, here's how I respond to your comment on my show. And he goes, you can't respond to my comment. You're like, I get, like sometimes it is like having little kids. You go, I give up.
You know what? You're right.
But yeah, exactly.
That's
you just
the
go,
answer.
You're right, sir. Aaron's problem is that he thinks the Vikes will make it out of the first round, says Balls Deep. Guilty of that one too.
That is true.
Guilty of that. Our buddy Lorenzo Areola says, I think your shirt looks fine. That's very sweet of you, Lorenzo.
Oh, is it Adam or Adam? He's not done yet. He says, also, April is racist. We need to build this rumor. Tell us the problem, Aaron.
April,
I am racist.
April
right?
does say the N-word to me a lot, but it's only in response to me saying it 3 times.
That's not even my favorite slur.
What is your favorite one? Oh, okay. I forgot that's a slur. I just like that one so much.
I know.
I always thought that was just a casual way to say hello to someone who enjoys ingesting semen into their mouths.
I don't even use it in that way anymore.
Really?
It's not about that.
I only use it in reference to myself when I grab the wrong thing out of the fridge.
Because
it's always a giant cucumber. I go,
oh my God.
I actually have a sound drop of Kevin Brennan saying it on my phone.
That's why they're all soggy?
Yes, and full of fecal matter. You got to smell them before you chop them up.
That's why the dog had like stomach problems. He ate one of your anal cucumbers.
Shitty cukes. Lemmy says, you see, what Aaron's problem is, he's got all them teeth and no toothbrush. Actually, it's because of my medulla oblongata.
His teeth are all fake anyway.
Oh.
They look beautiful for how fake they are.
Thank you. Justin says, I do respect Aaron for not cowering away from the criticism. You just said a few minutes ago that I can't take criticism. Now I don't shy away from it? Do you see why I maybe sometimes think you guys might be the problem?
They're so testy.
I just want you guys to... Here's where my frustration comes from. Not from criticism, but your personal inability to see what you just did. It's like I'm showing you the poop you made in the carpet and you keep looking up at the ceiling. That's the only problem.
You gotta rub their nose in it.
Oh. So thank you. So Justin has now said tonight in the last 15 minutes, Aaron can't handle criticism. Mm-hmm. And his other comment was, I do respect Aaron for not cowering away from the criticism.
Oh,
now I'm going crazy because now I don't know who the fuck I am.
Rain's upset with me because he thinks I've never touched a black skin. He says that's the problem with me.
I mean, it's the reason I married her, but I mean, all right, whatever.
I had to put that in writing.
Yeah.
You know.
Tyler said with Lily Singh, I am glad I never refreshed it, so I just finished the morning show. Atta boy.
Very nice.
Aaron's problem is he keeps changing the meeting time because the hoods never match the robes. See, now everybody's trying to figure out what my problem is.
We're all gotta have matching armbands, too.
199 from Zero Dark Tony says, do a shot of Jameson before you go on. I've been drinking enough the last few days.
Yeah, I don't think we've really drank today, though.
Yeah, we did. We had a drink at lunch.
I forget those things. It's so long ago.
Drinking a big wave right now. Alex Bernal now telling me my problem is I enjoy criticism too much. I don't know where the fuck I am.
You kind of do enjoy it, though. It's like sports trying to come back at it.
Yeah, it is. I like it. I have fun with criticism because I like to flip it on the person criticizing.
Oh, so you like to twist things?
And it's an unfair advantage because I have a microphone and they don't, so I kind of like to be a big bully.
I hear you.
At people who criticize me. But I wish people could have fun with that. Like, just admit it. A lot of show hosts won't admit that. They're like, I handle criticism great. And I'm like, no, I have a microphone. I like to bully people who criticize me, you know? If they do it seriously. If they're doing it to have fun, then I like to just use that word that April doesn't like using. Shades Cal says, have you ever hugged a black person? Me, unfortunately.
Which one? Yeah.
The black
you
person.
You found out some things this weekend.
Oh, yeah. We figured out some things this week.
Man.
Not me. You told me some things this weekend.
I finally divulged some of my... things I've been put through.
And it's one of those...
My events.
It's one of those deals where, at the time, I wouldn't have been justified in, pounding the shit out of the guy because there was no situation. But, if it would have happened later, I could have pounded the shit out of the person. But enough. You can't bring that shit up because then I know. Then I have a problem.
It's really hard.
Not...
I think
knowing
we've
where
said
the line
enough.
is.
Everyone knows what we're talking about now.
Adam says it would be awful if the chat, built friendships between themselves and had their own talks outside of what Aaron is talking about. I don't know why you just didn't take it. Because I like my chat to... Our chat is very funny. We have a very funny audience, and they're almost writers for the show.
No, they're very good.
And they give us funny stuff to go on. We've started whole bits because one person said something in the chat. So if someone does something that's not if we're on a roll and a bunch of people are having fun writing in lines for the thing we're doing, and then someone goes, hey, Lemmy, do you think you could do that? It's don't break it up. We're having a good time.
It's like somebody pulled the e-brake on the conversation.
Yes, the E-Rock break on the whole conversation.
Don't you put that on him.
Hulkamasha Baby says Aaron's problem is he has no will, hence the tits. Oh.
You replaced will with tits? Why would you do that?
Sorry. Rain says, April, I have to praise your clothing choice for today. Very appealing to my physical needs.
Oh, yeah? That actually might be the only positive thing I've heard from him.
Because he's jacking off.
Oh. The flannel, man.
People are jacking off to my wife's boobies.
I tried to look nice and respectable in regards to what I think Anthony wears and stuff tonight, realizing that now our shirts will be cut out of the whole image because of his box.
Because of his
box. So it never
yes.
really mattered what we were wearing.
Big old box of his. Justin Dent says, you handle criticism terribly, but you don't hide from it either. They're not mutually exclusive. Well, if I don't hide from it, I'd say I handle it well.
So you're not reading him right.
Yeah, it's my fault, goddammit. It's always my fault. Oh. You've been gay about that before. I get it, but you come off as a huge dick sometimes, says Adam.
What?
Look, you like to flirt with Lemmy in the chat a little bit. We get it. I'm not gonna out you for that.
I've never heard anyone call you a dick before.
I've never heard it either. I've heard a lot of comparisons to Pope Francis. That's about it.
Wait.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear you ever compared to a pope.
What?
Please.
Let's go to the phones real quick. Let's talk to our friend Marquise. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, Aaron, where's your other shirt at? At least April had the good sense to wear 2 shirts like old Tony Two Shirts.
Yeah.
Should I wear another shirt for Tony Two Shirts?
Yes, you absolutely should.
All right. Thank you, buddy.
Yes.
All right.
Aw. Thank you for noticing, Marquise.
I think we should do some stuff. I love this name, by the way. How about a fucking Sopranos reference? Pyomai in the chat says, I really upset you guys one day. I wasn't trying to. Well, I'm sorry. It's only because Ralph had you killed. I was so upset that I was mean to you. I was lashing out because I miss you on the racetrack so much.
Now people are pitting our tits against each other.
Mine are not as good as April's. I want to just...
It's a matter of opinion.
Want to make those my pillows.
Squish them.
Just lay on them. Yeah. Let's go ahead and I've been waiting for this a long time. Now, we have a little less than an hour left in the show.
Okay.
We have a lot of stories we could do. Do you want me to do this one today or do you want me to do this one tomorrow morning? We've been waiting for this movie for some time.
Why are you asking me to move it?
I'm just seeing if you would be interested in this.
I'm always interested in movie theater trailers.
All right. Now, we're probably going to get popped for this too because fucking YouTube. But, I don't understand having a trailer for the means of promotion, and then somebody's show plays the fucking trailer and comments on it, and then you're going to pop them for playing the thing that you wanted for promotion. I cannot understand it.
We're literally promoting your movie. That's it.
So remember when we mentioned that Nicolas Cage was making a Dracula-type movie?
I sure do.
Now, which one was Renfield? He was somebody's helper. He's Dracula's helper?
I think it was Dracula's helper, right?
So Nicolas Cage is making a movie called Renfield, and the trailer has finally come out for it, and Nicolas Cage lately has become the king of like really fun schlocky movies. He's one of these guys who's making like not big box office, not popular films, just saying yes to a lot of weird shit. But it's not like Bruce Willis does, or it's not like these guys who do it because they have to, like when Josh Lucas did like a 3rd or 4th Purge movie. It's Nicolas Cage just likes doing this goofy shit.
Yes, he does. Isn't he doing another movie too that's about his life or something?
That one's out, I believe. We should be watching it. Yeah,
Damn.
A terrible waste of the unbelievable burden of a giant talent or something like that. I can't.
Either way, it's kind of about him, and he's addressed as him.
It's about him and the Oberon of House Martell are in a movie together. Prince Oberon,
the snake.
What? No.
Isn't he called
the sand snakes are the bastard children of the woman.
Oh shit.
That married Oberon. So this Renfield movie is kind of like down the same road as Pig and Willy's Wonderland and these goofy ass movies he's been doing lately. And I'm really excited about this one. This is the trailer for Renfield. We'll watch it. I hope you enjoy it live because I'm sure YouTube will find a way to fuck our video for tonight for playing this.
Sorry to interrupt. Are you okay? I need to get out of a toxic relationship.
Oh, so it's going to be based on Renfield trying to leave Dracula.
Yes.
And for those of you who criticize me and say, oh, you pause these too much, I have to. I have to try to get a fair use exemption on these things, or YouTube strikes all your shit down.
It has to be ours.
Yeah.
Why don't you start by telling us what brought you here?
My boss, he's different.
You can't get him out of your head.
No.
We're going to get a Nicolas Cage Dracula. Yes.
I'm really excited.
And do we know
even your pauses are killing me today.
Do we know who this guy playing Renfield is?
No,
do you recognize him?
I feel like he's in stuff.
I know him from something, yeah.
Maybe a TV show somewhere.
Is he in one of Ricky Gervais's British TV shows?
No.
I need your assistance.
I'm coming, Master! Oh, you feel like he could destroy you with the snap of his fingers.
Wouldn't even need to snap.
Okay.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, what?
I know that. It's bugging me. I know that
I know.
guy.
He looks like...
Renfield. Bringing innocent victims.
Oh, shit. That was the guy from, I'm sorry, I'm noticing shit. That's,
Your autism's ticking.
God damn it, that's the guy from The Thing.
Which guy?
Fuck, I don't know.
Tunes. I want a handful of nuns, a busload of cheerleaders.
And I just want a normal life again. But this modern world is a dangerous place.
I want to see him.
Ah!
Ooh.
Thank you. You saved my life. Did I watch you cut a guy with a decorative serving platter?
It's all in the wrist.
He looks like if Hugh Grant had like an older kid.
So Renfield wants to escape Dracula, but he's really fucking good at like ninja killing people.
Yeah.
Okay?
I want to see Nick Cage though.
I know.
Come on.
You know they're not going to show him till the end.
Oh.
This
Let me
ain't...
explain. My boss gave me this power. In return, I tend to his needs, including care, feeding.
You bring him people to eat? You're like the guy that gets the villain's Postmates.
But if you were to stop focusing on his needs, what would happen?
He won't grow to full power.
Exactly. He won't grow to full power. What? That's so weird. Why would you phrase it like that? But yes.
All right, that was a little gay for me.
That was a tiny bit gay.
That was a little gay. It was a lot gay.
I feel like that's what you get when you go to meetings like that.
That's true. You're going to get some
Just don't
gay
go to
ones.
the meetings.
Hi. Are you here for the meeting?
Uh-oh.
Oh, come
Here he
on.
is.
Some call me the Dark One, others the Lord of Death. To most, I am Dracula.
Yes.
Yes. he's
Fuck
so good.
yes. Nicolas Cage's Dracula rules.
Hell yeah. I'm really excited.
Oh, this is going to be... I don't care if the whole movie sucks ass and the plot is terrible. Every second Nicolas Cage is on the screen. You know who Nicolas Cage is becoming? Late in his career, Christopher Walken.
Yeah, I was going to say it is resembling that a little
Where
bit.
it didn't matter
He's
if the
like-
movie he was in was good, as long as Walken was in... The parts Walken was in ruled.
The gimmick
Yeah.
of him now is a thing.
Right. The gimmick of Christopher Walken became bigger than the
Yes.
talent Christopher Walken had.
Yes, it is.
Same thing with Nicolas Cage.
He carries like a certain air about him in
Yeah.
everything.
Nicolas Cage is now going to take... Because Walken's like almost 80.
God.
Cage is probably in his late 50s. So Nicolas Cage can now, for the next 20 years, be the new Christopher Walken.
Yes.
Okay, obviously we're dealing with a little bit more than just narcissism here.
Now, let's eat.
Oh, that's going to be a fun movie.
Okay,
Actually,
so
it
it
looks
is
like
in
the
theaters.
it looks like the movie's going to suck, but
You-
Nicolas Cage is going to be awesome.
April 14th.
April 14th.
I want to be there.
And Nicolas Cage is coked out of his freaking gourd. I don't care what it is. And I agree with Triple N. Looks like an entertaining piece of dog shit.
Exactly. But what's wrong with that? Have a few drinks. Oh God, this is gonna be so fun.
Yeah, Chris says Nick Cage has crossed the line into Michael Bolton status. Ironically, rad as fuck. Yeah,
Michael Bolton. Yeah.
yeah, he's rad as fuck.
That's funny.
Let's go to the phones here quickly.
Call from Citizen M.
Oh, this guy always is no
To
fun.
accept, press 1. To send a
I didn't hear
voicemail,
it.
press.
Yes, sir. What's up?
Hey, first I'd like to congratulate you on your big get with Anthony Cumia.
Yeah. Wait, are
Yeah,
you the
that's-
wait?
that's
Are you
really
the guy?
great.
Are you the guy who told me that I should ask Jesse Lee Peterson about the gay stuff?
The Jesse PS?
No, Jesse Lee Peterson. Are you the guy who told me I should ask Jesse Lee about the gay stuff?
No.
Oh, that wasn't you? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, well, Anthony Cumia can be kind of iffy, so definitely don't bring up that time that.
Oh,
Trump
you
badmouthed
are. Oh, wait a
Obama.
minute. You are the guy who did the Jesse Lee Peterson thing. Why did you have to lie? I would have let you have your fun. Don't lie about it.
Oh, okay.
You called in and did the
Okay,
same thing.
well-
No, buddy, this isn't. I don't know what other shows you deal with, but like, we're not gonna like fault you for trying to do a bit. Just don't lie.
Okay. Well, I was just gonna say, don't bring up.
Was it
that
about? Is
time
it about
that-
him dating? Is it about him dating the underage girls, or was it about the?
No.
Okay.
Trump badmouthed Opie and Anthony in like 2016 on the election trail. I forgot if you brought it up.
Oh, no, I don't remember that.
Yeah, but especially don't bring up Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey.
I think he was a little embarrassed that he got called out.
So who was that? I missed it.
That was a guy who he was going to do something else.
I remember his last call.
But I picked him out from the Jesse Lee Peterson thing.
Yeah.
So he kind of got a little embarrassed, and then he didn't do what he... Yeah, that was too bad.
Always stick to your bit if you have one.
Guys, stick to your bit. If you're going to do something, it doesn't matter if you get called out or anything like that. Like, just...
We have some real pros at that in this chat.
Yeah,
okay?
like, still do the bit. Just because I picked you out and I recognized who you were, still do the bit. Like, I'm not going to hang up the phone on you and tell you, oh, none of that over here. It's not the fucking Rush Limbaugh show. But, like, if I call you out on the bit you were doing, don't be a pussy about it. Just do the same bit.
If Cardiff ever calls in with a bit and Aaron calls him out, he just keeps going.
Right, Cardiff just finishes his bit and goes, thank you. And then hangs up the phone. Yeah, that's all.
Shitty little Tato.
Marquise calls in all the time and sounds like a moron. Yeah, and that doesn't bother Marquise in the least.
Loves it, in fact.
Doesn't bother Marquise at all. So who is that guy in Renfield? I got to get the...
I don't know. I have to know.
I got
what else
to
he
know.
does.
I probably won't even know his name as an actor. I'll probably have to look it up. Nicholas Holt.
Oh my God, I know who that is.
That's
why do I know that name?
The Menu, The Great, Those Who Wish Me Dead, The Banker, X-Men, Dark Phoenix, Tolkien.
Why?
Deadpool 2. Maybe I've never seen anything he's been in. He just looks familiar, I guess.
I know that name and I don't know why. Because I don't watch any of his shit.
Aquafina is in it. Otherwise, nobody's in this show or in this movie.
It's going to be good.
It's literally just Nicolas Cage and a bunch of nobodies.
Well, think of what they have to pay him, probably.
Yeah.
To do these shitty movies.
I mean,
he is the budget.
It's not like a shitty, like, independent, straight-to-DVD movie. Like, it's Universal Pictures.
Oh, yeah.
It's a major motion picture.
You know what I mean. It's like a weird, campy, funny movie.
Right. They're like, we're not going to spend a bunch of money getting good actors and actresses. Or I shouldn't say good, because you can go to theaters and find good actors and actresses. But they're like, we're not going to get big names. We got Nicolas Cage playing Dracula. That's how we're going to sell this movie.
And you will sell it. I will be there.
Yes, I will. We will be checking it out for sure. Masked thieves steal $2 million worth of gems in less than a minute in brazen smash and grab at Brooklyn Jewelry Store. I wanted to play this for you guys. I wanted to kind of check in on how the whole not reporting crime thing is going in New York City.
Yeah, is it helping?
Yeah, I just wanted to see if, hey, remember, we're not going to report shoplifting. We're just going to let it happen, declare it with insurance, and then, hopefully our cameras catch the guys and they'll be able to, find them.
Retroactively, we'll find them.
Oh, and then, by the way, once we find them and we arrest them, we'll let them go right away once they're charged.
Oh, yeah, because no bail.
Yeah, we're not going to hold them on bail. So then they can go out and they can graduate from jewel thievery to now they can just start murdering anyone they don't like because they know they're going to prison anyway.
And why not sell off those jewels for a quick loot back in the mattress?
Yeah, make a couple of bucks that way. So here's the video of a bunch of people robbing a jewelry store. They got away with $2 million in jewels. Now, we'll play this, and then I have a question for everyone because we decided to have an enlightened society. Mm-hmm. And not report guys like this or not defend ourselves from guys like this.
Well, it's just nicer to everyone.
I have an idea for an alternative, and tell me where I become a big, evil, bad Nazi. Here we go.
Okay. Now.
Thank you. All right, so there's no sound on this. It's just surveillance footage. Here they are. They come into the jewelry store. Looks like it's open. It doesn't look like they broke in.
Right.
And they just start hammering the fucking things and grabbing all the jewels. And
as you do.
Yeah.
Well, don't waste time, in fairness.
I mean, they got away with $2 million, but yeah, it doesn't take long to round up that much money.
Because nobody's going to approach them either. They have little hammers and shit. No way. They don't know what else you have.
Right. Look at that.
Yeah.
And now think of what happens. Like, there's a lot of stores in these cities now that are going out of business, not because of just the shoplifting, but because the shoplifting raises their insurance rates so much, they can't afford their insurance. It chews into their profits, and they go under.
How about the fact that they got away with $2 million worth of jewels within like 3 feet? Like, that was it. They barely went anywhere.
That's all it was. Well, now here's my question. And you tell me where I become this big, bad, evil, because I don't consider myself like a super conservative guy, but you tell me where apparently I become some kind of right-wing conservative.
Well, as the small town one here, I'll tell you when you've crossed the line.
What is wrong with the mayor of New York City just going on TV and going, I am allowing shop owners, property owners, store owners to own and keep firearms in their stores, and if this happens, I am giving them the authority to blast the people who come in and rob them. I guarantee you blow the heads off a couple of these motherfuckers and you will see this shit go down.
I don't talk very openly about that ever, but I've said that to you before. Once a few people are punished heavily for these things, it's over.
Fuck,
like,
punished heavily, die. Once a few people die.
That is a heavy punishment.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I guess.
That, in my opinion, from small town me, like, that is heavy punishment. You see a few people die, I think it stops.
Right. Like, if you go in and you're like, okay, what prevents crime?
I see nothing wrong with that because you chose to put yourself in that position.
What prevents crime more? Saying, all right, don't call the cops, don't do this, just wait it out and then call after and this and that, and then we'll arrest them and they won't give them any jail time or anything like that. Okay, there's that attitude. There's that way.
So an invitation.
Yeah. Or if I break into this, I may get $2 million worth of jewels. Mm-hmm. Or I may have my fucking head blown off.
Yeah, what's it worth it to you?
All of a sudden, it doesn't seem so worth it to go rob the jewelry store.
It's not. If more people were, like, if good people, trained people were empowered to protect themselves and their property, homes and businesses alike, this would stop.
I now want to ask Anthony about this story to start the interview.
You should. I think
he's
that's
big on that shit. So
well, lives in New York too. Or,
that's what we'll start with
for now.
But yeah, just watching that and going, yeah, and I agree with Scarface. Like, this is why Florida rules. Mm. You can just shoot people for breaking into your store. Good. Because the nice thing about being able to shoot people who break into your store is only a couple people have to do it.
Exactly.
And then everybody
that's
stops.
An example.
Yeah.
I completely believe in that because I believe also if you're going to make that adult decision to go break in and rob somebody, like, you asked for it. You're absolutely asking for it.
Precisely. I'm in New York City, former NYPD as well, says Tex Farts. And well, I hope you were back in the glory days of the late 90s and up to the, mid 2000s, up to maybe 2010.
It's not good now, huh?
Yeah, it started to really go to shit. When did, what's his nuts get elected? De Blasio, 2012? Because that's when it really started. Because he undid all the good shit that Giuliani and Bloomberg did. Mm-hmm. But as far as like now, that's just going to keep happening. There's no reason for those guys to not do that.
No, things are just allowed in big cities like that now. And I don't know why they think like peace and kumbaya and, don't report anybody. I don't know how they ever think that's going to prevent crime.
New York City has a lot of people in it, which means it has a lot of bad people in it.
Yes.
And the only thing you can do is make rules that keep the bad people in check so they don't. You have to contain their badness. You can't do shit that goes, let the bad people do what they want and then maybe we'll catch them later. Well, no, then the bad people are going to do what they want.
Yeah, it's over. You have rolled over and submitted.
Yeah, people are saying that. People in the chat are saying, it's white guilt. I think it's worse than that. I think it's intentional.
Oh.
I think it's intentional. I think the people in charge are... This shit's going to turn me into a fucking conspiracy theorist, I swear to God. I think they are sympathetic to people like Bill Gates, Klaus Schwab, and these other... I'm not saying they're directly doing their bidding, but I'm saying they believe in the shit that these people do, that we need to remake society. And in order to remake society, we have to break people to the point where they'll ask for their help. So if we make these things so desperate and so terrible and so awful... They'll come to the Klaus Schwabs and the Bill Gateses and the people like that.
Fix it for us.
To fix it, and they'll get to do all their horse shit. And the people in charge are just like, not the happy foot soldiers, but they're like the fanboys of those people and go, well, here's how we can do that. Because otherwise I have to believe that these fucking idiots are doing their best and this is what they've got. Mm-hmm. I would feel this is where conspiracy theorists are wrong a lot. It's because conspiracy theorists deep down just want an orderly world. And at least it's a lot more orderly to believe that at least this bad shit that's happening is being done intentionally rather than we have incompetent shithead people doing the best they can and the results are disastrous because that's out of control.
We've talked about that before. It's always more scary to think something's happening on its own.
Yeah. Bumba Clo says, Aaron Jones has the documents. It's proven.
I don't know. For me, with the don't report and shit, I always, until maybe this second right here when you brought that up, I always do kind of think that it's just dumb people thinking they're doing the best they can do because they don't want to. Like, we've had stories before where, like, a lot of people that might be more prone to breaking in or something are of a certain identity.
What?
Sometimes. And,
you trying to leave me for Kumia?
well, I wasn't considering it, but, you know, like, and people get guilty and they don't want to be racist or they don't want to, like, be profiling people as if reporting a crime is profiling.
Yeah.
You know, but I really do usually think it's just that.
Henrik says, I agree with Aaron. It's not accidental.
Okay.
I don't know. I haven't decided if I think it's not accidental or not. I'm just saying it's getting so bad that would almost make me feel better. You know how we say, like, I don't know if I like them saying the quiet part out loud or I wish they'd go back to hiding it.
At least we felt better.
Yeah.
It was like a hug with our lies.
Like,
I don't know.
You've got to be allowing that. You've got to be allowing it. Because you can't look at this and go, oh, I should keep doing what I'm doing if I want what's best for the city.
I don't even think that my option that I just put out there is accidental. I just think, like, people intentionally don't want to be blamed for being racist now because they're profiling people for, like, calling in a crime.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Let's go to a better place. Let's go to Florida.
Omaha.
We'll go to Florida. Instead of all this depressing shit. Oh, we got about a half hour left. What are we, about 1:10 away from tomorrow evening's goal? Thank you guys very much. That's very, very sweet of you.
Thank you.
So let's go to Coral Springs, Florida, where a homeowner woke up just before 3 a.m. on a recent Wednesday to the sound of a sneeze coming from his screened-in patio, and then saw a completely naked man peeking into the bedroom where his wife was sleeping.
Oh, gross. Damn allergies.
Yeah, I mean... They always give you away, don't they? You're trying to stare at a nice pair of tits in somebody else's window, and that damn pollen comes in and two.
Well, it's on her for sleeping naked.
That's true. Cover them tits up, lady.
Put a bag on him.
The homeowner told the man, later identified by police as Diego Roca, to leave the property. But when Roca didn't respond, the homeowner went outside and wrestled Roca to the ground while his wife called 911. Just slammed him to the ground, boner first. Just
boner first. Ow, he broke it.
Broke his dick.
Can you break a dick? Is that a real thing?
You can, like, break a dick in a way.
Gross.
You can't, like, it's not a bone.
I know there's no bone in it. It's
but you can,
obviously floppy.
Like, cause cartilage and nerve damage that almost seems like a broken dick.
Oh, God.
Yes.
You can just imagine wrestling a naked man with a boner.
I mean, whenever I wrestle a naked man, I have a boner. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. As soon as police arrived, they saw a broken wicker patio couch in the home's backyard and spotted what appeared to be fecal matter on the damaged couch. So he wrestled the peeper to the ground, and the guy shit on his furniture. Wow. Talk about insult to injury.
Come on.
When officers canvassed the neighborhood, they found Roca's car, a Nissan Vera, a block away from the house.
Gay.
So wait a minute, if he parked a block away from the house, do you think he went to this house specifically, or was he going house to house looking for some tits?
In my experience with peepers, I think they typically go house to house, and once they know of one and they haven't gotten caught there before, they'll go check on that one.
Get a good jerk in.
Yeah.
You know, get
there's one locally here.
Jerk.
There's like one
there's
that's been there's one that's been in and out of jail in like the Sartell and St. Cloud area. I've had friends peeped on by him before and their kids. And they keep letting him back out, and he keeps doing the same shit.
So what does he do? Does he whack off?
He whacks off in the window, yeah. It's pretty fucked up.
I've always heard that people like that, they don't get better, they get worse.
It's a ginge, if that tells you anything.
That makes a lot of sense then.
Soulless.
But they get worse, don't they, with time? Like, they graduate to, like, stalking, and, like, some of them get to murder and shit.
Well, my specific friend, she's at home with, I believe, 2 daughters and a son, and she's been visited by this guy several occasions.
Really?
Yeah. So, I mean, like, this guy makes the rounds.
And, like, if you catch him, does he keep whacking off, or does he run away? Or don't you know?
That I don't know. I've never cared to ask her because I think that's a little
That's the first thing. See, that's the first thing I would ask. Like,
well,
did he come? Jesus Christ, there's some questions you just don't ask.
I don't want to know. He's quite ugly. You could look this guy up. Like, this guy is, like, well known.
Was it going to change my opinion of him?
You
if he
might
was
like
hot?
to see his face.
Oh, God. Serial, what do we call him?
Serial peeper. Sartell, Minnesota, maybe?
Sartell. Serial peeper.
Yeah.
This is oh, wow. So this is really recent. November 3rd. He was arrested again, snooping around St. Thomas.
Oh, that might not be
Oh, this is
right
a guy
then.
from St. Paul. This is a different guy?
Yeah, that's not the one. I
Okay.
don't see a picture yet, but.
Serial peeper faces, this one's not Sartell. How about we go St. Cloud? St. Cloud.
Peeping Tom, probably that
St.
one.
Paul.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
WJON.
This is 2017, so he's been at it for
Check
this
it
long?
out. Oh, he's been at this for, yeah.
That's the guy?
That's the one. His eyes are remarkably close together.
Oh, my. He really does look. Oh, man. You know what? If you
Can you imagine those dead eyes just whacking it to your
just
window?
whacking off in your window? What a fucking
You're trying to change.
sight.
The worst part is, though, is like she's got kids, and I'm sure that's not the only one. They're like teenage daughters. They're a little older than that now, but
Yeah.
still.
How is he able to focus on the tits with his eyes that close to you? I feel like he'd be constantly cross-eyed.
Something's wrong with the one, too. It's like trying to go that way.
It's trying to create some distance from the other one. It's trying to like, guys, we got to separate. We're like meeting at the bridge of the nose.
Guys, I don't want to be involved in this.
There's a thing called Stearns County syndrome, and it's because of alleged inbreeding in central Minnesota. This looks like inbreeding.
It does.
This looks like cousin fucking to me.
Yeah. So I'm sure somewhere in this article it probably says how many times he's done this, but it's
And whether or not he,
this is our serial peeper.
just goes whacking all the time.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Let's check out the article. 31-year-old, so he'd be 37 now. Derek George of Princeton pleaded guilty to a charge of felony stalking for an incident, blah, blah, blah. He looked into a woman's window while holding a camera and touching himself. The incident came about a week after he was sentenced to prison for several similar cases around St. Cloud and Waite Park. So he didn't have to report to jail yet. He figured one more
more good whack.
One more crank before he goes off to jail.
Dude, he doesn't care. He just keeps going.
He does not seem to give a fuck. Shows he has at least 10 similar convictions dating back to 2006.
Okay, 10.
So he gets convicted more than once a year.
Check this out, though. They keep letting the guy back out, and he does the same shit.
I think I remember ranting about this guy on the radio about how he's going to end up fucking killing somebody if you don't lock him up.
It's not good.
Derek George, okay, that's too common of a name to sort by news.
Peeping Tom, I don't know.
Well, he likes looking at girls and jacking off. That's his
I just
MO.
don't understand, because think about this. If you have enough DUIs, they don't let you have a license anymore. Okay, so you've got something permanent there. This guy never has any kind of permanent, repercussions for this. He gets in and out of jail.
Don Lemonzade says he was the most famous Derek George combo until Chauvin and St. George took his shrine. That's true.
Oh, no.
He was the most famous one. Pumbaclo says he'll be mayor eventually.
Both were on their knees, though.
Yeah, that's true. He just liked to beat it that way a little bit. Marquise with $14.88. Thank you very much, you sick bastard.
Thanks, pal.
We appreciate that. That brings us down to, I believe, 105.
Hindsight was 2030. Oh, that's funny.
That brings 105 away from Wednesday, tomorrow evening's goal. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very, very much.
Brittany says, too, I don't get peeping Toms. Why not just use the internet? Sometimes you can't substitute real life, okay?
There's the rush, the rush of, seeing
Not
it in
getting
real life.
caught.
And it's yours. Yeah. But, I think getting caught and not getting caught, that is a part of it, too.
There is definitely a rush to that. You got to hide in the bushes.
Here's something from Minnesota. Governor Walz's appointees will require Minnesota educators to affirm students' gender dysphoria, turn kids into agents of social change. Oh, fuck. What now?
I feel like stomach acid in my throat.
As of 2025, teacher's license will be conferred on those individuals in the state proven willing to disrupt normalcy, affirm minors' gender dysphoria, reject Eurocentrism, accept that knowledge is racially informed, and embrace various other ideological fads presently in favor with the radical left. You won't be able to get a teacher's license if you don't admit to these things. I just saw this now. This broke like an hour ago. Holy shit.
So, okay, breaking that down, that was a lot. So basically, if you don't do all those things, you can't be a teacher?
This is what the board chair of the Minnesota Child Protection League said. The teacher, first of all, the teacher licensing board in Minnesota is called the Professional Educators Licensing and Standards Board. It has 11 members, all appointed by Democrat Governor Tim Walz. Elections have consequences, boys and girls.
Yeah, I know.
The PELSB is responsible for approving and overseeing teacher preparation providers in the state. The training standards for both public and charter school teachers are defined in the Standards of Effective Practice for Teachers. The Federalist reported that an administrative judge ordered the implementation of the revised Standards of Effective Practice in December. To receive or renew a teaching license, applicants will be required to undergo PELSB-approved cultural competency training. This way, the board can ensure that all teachers in the state embrace the same leftist mode of thinking and being.
Oh, my God.
Fuck. Like, I almost...
Oh, my God.
Like, in a weird way, I almost feel bad for these school people. They're going to end up getting dragged out of their homes and schools.
They're damn near asking for it at this point.
This is going to end in a pendulum swinging back, and it's going to be violent. I mean, look, before you were fucking with the way we talk, before you were fucking with the way we joke, before you were fucking with, speech codes and how we could talk to each other, and it was annoying and it was obnoxious, but we had work to go to, we had shit to do.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's children. And when it's children, you're going to get, you're not going to get an irrational response from someone when you say, oh, you can't say the gay F word anymore. People will kind of adjust.
That's fine.
People will just kind of adjust.
That's not using a word.
Right.
Okay.
But when you do shit like this, and here I'll paste the link. People are asking for the link in the chat. There you go. I'll tell you who's not going to go for this amongst many other parents, but this is where Democrats will lose people in Minnesota. Somali parents ain't going for this.
I hope not.
Some Muslims are not going to go for that kind of shit being taught to their kids in school. They will go fucking ape shit.
That is a moment where I hope they're on our side. Children have the most malleable brains out of all of us, and in many ways, like up until a certain age, don't know how to think for themselves, because if you feed them anything, they'll soak it up.
Yeah.
So that is extremely concerning, knowing that like these kids are like spending most of their time during the day with these people.
Yeah. That would be really interesting.
God.
To see how these Democrats are going to react when their pet Somalis that they brought over and were, hyping up and everything else.
Don't agree.
When they start finding out that they can't brainwash them on the gender shit and gay shit, because you think Christian people are hardcore on gay and trans shit. Wait until you find out about Islam.
It's not good.
You must not have done your homework. That shit is not okay.
And unfortunately, there's many Christians out there now, too, that have amended themselves and their faith.
Right.
To be accepting of all these things as well, because that's now the godly thing to do.
Yeah. There was Crack Rock Calhoun. Yeah, there was some story about Chicago public schools, about how a bunch of kids were molested in Chicago public schools in 2020, 2021 school year alone.
Oh, God.
They're saying most of that year was at home learning. So
that's...
Would that be that was done at home, or are they saying that the school still did that even though there was
at home? Even in the shortened time.
Wow.
This shit's getting scary. It's really scary.
I saw that Chicago story. You got almost like, it sounded crazy a few years ago, but I think the combination of COVID and all this crazy gender shit that's going on in schools, you're going to see an exodus. You're going to see people abandon them and just go, you know what? Maybe we just have one parent go to work and the other one stays home and homeschools the kids.
Life has changed in that regard. And not only that, now where like one parent's willing to give up working and maybe doing something they enjoy to stay home with their kids and teach them, like you said. Maybe. There are also couples out there that I've talked to, some of them too, that don't want to have kids.
You watch
out of this fear, like they don't want to have children with this shit.
I hate to do like
I've had that thought before.
I hate to do like a comic book or a comic book movie reference here, but in the Injustice storyline in DC, Deathstroke and Batman end up being allies. They used to be enemies. Yeah. I can see like all of this woke shit. Like one day Republicans wake up and their best buddies are fucking based Muslims. Because they're just like, look, we're fighting the same thing. You and I can argue about Jesus and Muhammad after all this. Blue, yeah. After all this stuff is over. But right now, this we definitely agree on. So I don't know, man. That is pretty fucking crazy that Minnesota schools are going to start doing that.
What the fuck does knowledge is racially informed mean, by the way?
Basically, everything we were taught is racist. Yeah, basically everything was taught through the lens of white supremacy.
That is just sickness, though, how the word race and racism is used. It's not original anymore at all.
I got to start
severely amended.
I got to start our Zoom thing here. There we go.
You get to start your Zoom thing.
I got to start the... Oh, here we go. If I start the virtual camera, then our Zoom will pick it up. There we go. All right. The PELSB is responsible for approving and overseeing teacher preparation providers in the state. The PELSB's training standard for both public and charter schools teachers are defined in the standards of effective practices for teachers. Fuck. The training program promotes self-reflection and discussion, including but not limited to all of the following topics: racial, cultural, and socioeconomic groups, systemic racism, gender identity, including transgender students, sexual orientation, language diversity, and individuals with disabilities and mental health concerns. Can we just fucking teach math?
That's what I was going to say. None of this is important to daily life. None of it.
Can we just teach some fucking times tables, please? Is that... Oh my God.
None of this is relevant to your real life. You don't need any of this shit. If people quit talking about it, it would certainly be way less important to most people.
0.5% of you will be trans. Figure it out. There.
Just live. You want to be trans, that's fine. I don't care about anyone who wants to be trans. Yeah. I just don't think it needs to be talked about.
Schools now are doing this thing where like, well, what should we do with the child if they come to us and say they're trans? Nothing. Same thing you should do if the kid says they're gay. Leave them the fuck alone.
Hands off.
None of your goddamn business. You do not need to be handling this.
You turn them around and say, go talk to your parents about this. That's important.
Alex with $9.99 says, who's the guest? I just got here. We're going to be talking to Anthony Cumia.
Yeah.
In a little while. He's not going to be live with us. We're going to record it and put it up later. But Anthony will be on with us. We're taking off a little early to record that. Well, we're not taking off. We started early. And then we're going to talk to him at 8 o'clock. Matt says, wait, how does one parent stay home to homeschool when you're divorced? Asking for a friend. Yeah, that's going to be a little tough.
Ends up in parents having to sacrifice that good job they have right now somewhere to look for a new work from home position.
Yeah.
So they can be home with their kids.
Wow.
Good luck. I mean, it's fucked up.
We'll talk about that maybe more on tomorrow's show when I have a chance to look into this. I literally just saw this story now.
It's sick.
So I will copy paste that in there. Boom. Well, tomorrow's show just got stronger. That's nice. Thank you very much to Alex. Oh, I just read that. $9.99. Thank you very much, buddy.
Thank you.
Let's go to the phones quickly.
Call from
April Stearns Hobby Farm.
Hey, you shit-stirring sack of cunt. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, I'm not calling to shit on your show or be racist or anything, but all I'm saying is that the only thing that is going to stop this shit is a fucking civil war, honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly, dude, I would hate to see that happen. That would be a terrible thing, and I don't think anybody wants it. But I've asked myself the same question you're kind of referencing. I'm like, if it's not elections, if it's not yelling and screaming at school board meetings, if it's not anything like that, what's it going to take to back these people the fuck off of our kids?
It's getting there.
Yep. No, I totally agree, and it's fucking scary, and yeah, just buy ammo.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's better. You were advocating a different kind of war earlier on, so you've moved on to a different conflict.
A worse one.
Hey, by the way, are we still on for Thursday morning?
Yeah. Well, look, we'll talk privately, but also, I hope you're okay with this. You're probably going to have to ally with a lot of black people in this civil war because they're going to agree with you on the school stuff.
Oh no.
Why don't you think about it and get back to us?
Hey.
Yeah.
You know, as long as like deodorant's a thing,
yes.
You know, I don't know how to say this.
As long, hey, I appreciate you trying to keep our show on the air. That's important.
It's very kind of you.
Yeah, no, well, I'll shit on your show all I want. You know I'm a big fan.
Yes,
always have been. But,
yes.
But yeah, cleanliness
He's
would
drunk.
be nice.
Yeah.
I have had a few beers.
Oh, okay. Well, you're holding in there very well.
Yeah, I'm trying. But I don't get down to your neighborhood very often. But yeah, the friends I do have down there, they say they stink. But I'll try.
All right. Thank you very much.
Oh my God.
Notice where my hand is every time he calls in.
It's the dump button.
My hand is right over the damn button every time he calls in. I'm just sitting here like this.
I know.
I changed my posture. I just sit here like this. Yeah, go ahead.
He two fingers the dump button.
Yeah. Boy.
They stink. What?
Matthew says, please tell Kumia that Matt from Savage Thoughts podcast says hi, and I'm his biggest fan. Don't you try to fucking.
Oh man.
Don't
you take our guy.
Exactly. Don't you take my moment.
This is his father and my future husband. I'm just kidding.
You're too old.
Way too old for him.
Way too old.
Way too old.
Did you know Mackenzie Scott, Jeff Bezos' first wife, is already getting divorced again?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wasn't that in the matter of like a year?
Yeah. I think we might have found who the problem is.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. So I hope he didn't get
that face.
I hope he didn't get any money. Oh boy, she is.
That's not good. Bezos definitely upgraded.
Hold on. You think
Look, his new one is like you can tell put together in the face, but she's way hotter.
You think she's better looking? Here, let's do a back to let's do a back to back. There we go. There's Mackenzie Bezos. There's Lauren Sanchez. I don't know.
What?
I'm joking.
You have to think about that?
I'm kidding.
Wow.
But he went more age appropriate, didn't he? Like she is like 50.
He did. Well, you don't want to go like too super young and then you have nothing in common.
I think probably about 8 years is perfect.
I'm sure you're not biased.
Lauren Sanchez is 53. That's a great looking 53.
Well, she's definitely had work done, but it's worked really well for her.
I'm sure there's a lot of people at 53 who have had work done who don't look that good.
They don't get that good of work for sure. She looks good.
People are wondering if some people asking, does Aaron live by blacks? Is that what he was saying? No, he was saying the city of St. Cloud. He's talking about Somalis.
I don't want to like comment on like this, I guess the smelly comment, but like most black men I've ever come in contact with all smell very nice.
All right, take it easy.
They care a lot about how they smell.
Enough.
You know one.
No.
Always drowning in,
He always smelled like a...
Nah.
No, I don't know.
He might not have had the looks, but he definitely.
I think you might like might like the pheromones of. I don't want to be kissing Nat King Cole over here.
The pheromones?
And maybe it was a pheromone thing with you girls. I don't know.
I don't think that's what I'm talking about.
But to me, they always smelled like burnt crayons. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm fucking kidding. April just likes the smell of cocoa butter and weed. That's all it is.
Oh my God.
What?
I smell like cocoa butter. What is your problem?
Oh. Good Lord.
The weed. You can hold the weed. I'm good on that.
Well, anyway.
April sniffs bee people.
April loves the smell of. She has Bumbaclo. She has a candle in our house that's Newports and Popeyes. It's very strange.
It's a weird combo.
That she would have that. I asked her when she bought it. I'm like, why? She's like, oh, it's the only one they had. Now I'm starting to find out something new.
All of my lip balm is grape drink flavored.
Yeah, every candle in our house is now hot sauce and chitlins. I don't understand why all of our...
They smell good, though. That's not true. They don't smell bad. What is wrong with you?
People wondering why Somalis end up in Minnesota. It was to turn us blue.
Oh, yeah,
it was to turn us Democrat.
Were...
Democrats gave them a bunch of free shit and then sent them and then encouraged them to come up to Minnesota. and then you get a lot of great benefits here in Minnesota, and then you vote Democrat while you're at it. It's no different than when the Irish were coming off the boats and political candidates would be sitting there handing them bread and soup like in not No Country for Old Men, Gangs of New York. Yeah. And then they'd go, hey, vote for Tammany Hall. Vote for, you give them free shit. You get them to vote for you. That's how it works with immigration. Yes, April?
Gurmy just happens to say, I like the smell of regular butter. I mean, why?
We got all this
Seems
from
greasy.
Mackenzie Bezos getting divorced again.
No, my parents' hobby farm called in and said that his friends claimed that black people don't smell good.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, I think they smell fine.
I mean...
I tell you what, if I'm ever stuck in the sauna with a couple black men versus a couple white men, there's definitely ones that smell worse, and it's not the black men. And that's a fact.
We're not getting stuck in the sauna with people.
I've been stuck in the sauna. Well, there's those two nice ones we were in there with the other day. I've been in there with them before. And then... Kenya guy, I don't know. He doesn't smell like anything. There's been a couple other ones. You know them.
Kissing old Nat King Cole over here.
There's that really, really big one with the hair. He's remarkably nice.
I call him Berman Stavern. No, he is a nice guy.
Berman Stavern.
Yeah, he reminds me of the fighter Berman Stavern. Just kind of a chubby black dude.
He's not chubby. That's pure muscle. Right?
He's pretty chubby.
That is pure muscle.
I think we're talking about a different guy. Talking about a chubby dude. Whew. The guy we were in there with a couple days ago?
No, you weren't in there with him. Different guy.
Whoa, easy. Well, fucking.
Different guy.
All right. April's, people are confirming April's sniffing blacks.
I don't sniff them like Biden sniffs kids.
April's
That's not what's happening
smelling
here.
black people.
I'm just saying, if you're stuck in like a gym situation with white men versus black men, the white men always
people
tend
are getting
to smell
really
way worse.
Uncomfortable with your take on the smell of black people, from what I'm seeing.
It's the truth. I think they care a lot about smelling nice.
Yeah, people
and
saying,
that's a really nice change.
Whoa, April. Go get yourself one already,
No,
then, April.
I did not say that.
She doesn't notice the scents. She stares at the Tootsie Rolls. White people and black people have different body odor, says Obnoxious John.
Okay, but one of them cares to cover it up more.
April likes the smell of one body odor over the other.
White men, for some reason, do not care how bad they smell. You can attest that underwear guy.
Underwear guy smells fucking terrible, but I think that's from all the butt sex.
Oh, you're much better.
With butt sex?
How do you know he's having butt sex?
Because that guy's gay as a $3 bill.
I still don't know which guy this is.
You saw it. Oh, no, you didn't see it.
No, I didn't.
Jay Santos says they have a horrible, musty stank. That's what I've always heard. April just...
what?
She's attracted to different scents, apparently.
Fuck you. That is not an attraction. I'm just saying it would be nice if all men at the gym cared to cover it up that much.
Serrated Grin says, when's the divorce final? There you go.
Oh, my God, no.
Oh, so now black people are unmarriable? I see how it is.
I would...
That's pretty racist, actually.
Wow. What if this got so bad I had to divorce you and marry a black man just to prove a point?
I mean, then you wouldn't be over me, obviously, so you probably wouldn't divorce me. That's kind of an You got to admit, that would be obsession.
I don't know.
I think I win at that point. If you're at the point where you have to marry someone just to show me. Imagine how mad...
Just to show you.
No. That person would be really upset when they found out. Like, well, fuck.
Look, I didn't really love you. Great dick, though.
Yeah. April gets murdered by her new black husband because he's so angry about why she married him.
Why are you saying that they're anger prone?
And then I take one of those long cigarettes at your funeral and I just go...
A long cigarette?
Just like that.
The fuck?
April's going to whack Aaron. They've got all kinds of theories now.
There's so much good fan fiction out there. That was my favorite part of this morning, I think.
Paul Polito says, overall, I'm going to have to say that black folks tend to be more obsessed with personal hygiene, but it's minor.
No, but that's true. They really do care about being cleanly. I think they always smell good.
April Brown Simpson.
Oh, no. Wait, am I going to end up decapitated?
Justin Dabbler says, Chad will love this. He raged about Steel Toe tonight. Yeah, he seems over it.
Why are we raging about Steel Toe?
Well, look, he doesn't like that it's going better for us than it is for him. But like that, then you should hate 99% of the people on the earth. You should be hating little Lithuanian or Ethiopian kids.
They're the nicest of people.
But if you're upset about people who are doing better than you, then go be mad at everybody else. You got a lot of hate to spread around.
God, I had, sorry, something just threw me off.
I know, I saw it.
Okay,
That's kind of fucking weird, right?
A little bit. I completely lost my train of thought. I don't understand.
April's been shotgunning a few Chrysler 300s is all I'm saying. Wow. Serrated Grin says, remember, everyone, Chad doesn't care at all. Oh, man.
I completely forgot what I was saying. That was disruptive for me.
I hear you. I get
What
it.
the fuck?
God, we got about 5 minutes left. We can sneak one more quick one in here. You know what? No, we can go over a couple things that we went over at the beginning of the show because a lot of people weren't here for it because we started an hour early.
Okay.
Our swatter has been caught.
Oh, yeah.
We started the show with that today. It was a 14-year-old kid. He sent child porn to us. He did all kinds of terrible shit. He admitted to the whole thing.
Rape threats, death threats.
Rape threats, death threats, the whole deal.
Threats, too.
Threats. Yeah, he sent us threats. And they caught him. He hasn't pled guilty yet. There haven't been formal charges, but he'd admitted to it. He admitted to all the charges or to all the accusations, and now there will be charges. They're going to update us on that, and then they're saying federal charges because child porn you can't charge locally.
I think it has to be federal.
Yeah, it has to be federal. So he won't be tried as a kid or he won't be tried as a juvenile. He'll be tried as an adult. So that's pretty cool news. Pretty great.
I wonder sometimes how many other people that he's done that to or people like him have done that to, and then the whole Elisa being on his side and stuff too. I wonder if she gets roped into that investigation at all. Does he bring her up?
Well, yeah, that's a good point.
You know what I mean?
But no, I think it just took place on her Discord, and he didn't do she didn't do anything about it. That's not a crime. That just means she's a piece of shit who only cares about herself, which of course isn't a crime. But
she's came out in support of him though. She's on video and messages saying that she supports what he was doing.
Yeah, well, we couldn't come out publicly and say what he was doing.
You're promoting that kind of stuff.
Right. So, yeah, she definitely gave them the attaboy. Right. That's for sure. The West Virginia, 14 years old, and admitted to the whole thing. Well, lied about it at first. Then they said, look, we executed a search warrant. We went to your house. We got your parents' house. We got all your shit. We're going to look through it. And then he admitted to it.
This bothers me, too, is in regards to, do you have to purchase child porn like that, too? Because a 14-year-old probably doesn't have their own money, so where's that coming from?
I don't know how child porn works. I don't even know
God.
what part of the... I know you have to go to special, servers on the internet,
That's the thing about me, too. I would never know where to get this shit. You shouldn't know where to get that shit.
Right. It's like me and cocaine. I have no idea how to get cocaine. I'm sure if you say that to 5 people,
I'm sure if you go talk to the weed man, then suddenly he knows somebody. But can we just stop going through all those hoops just for the drugs,
Right. Wouldn't know where to get crack either.
I mean, I think you just sit out on a sidewalk in East Side, but...
I know what part of town you got to go to, but I don't know exactly.
Dude, I found a crack pipe on the ground walking by the river at Munsinger.
Hey, April, I'm sure the people that you have to get the crack from, I'm sure they smell very well. Very good. I'm sure they smell great. I'm sure they're a lot better to sit in the sauna with than some weed
I'm just
dealer.
saying, you white folk don't smell very good. You included sometimes.
Thanks a lot.
Could wear a little more deodorant,
Well, it burns off when you're...
it just burns off.
When you're boxing so hard. Yeah, it's just, it's burning off. All right, guys, before we end tonight, where are we at for likes? It's probably lower than usual because we're doing a weird timing for the show. But are we at 100 yet? Have we hit the 100 like mark? If not, let's see if we can do that before we get out of here. We won't shoot for 200 like we usually do. Just, again, because of the circumstances. Also, only $95 away from tomorrow evening's goal. So thank you guys very much for that. We're at 101. All right. Everybody hit like. Let's see if we can get to 150.
I'm seeing 120.
Okay, 120. Holy shit. All right. Next couple of minutes, let's see if we can jack that up a little bit before April and I get out of here. Because we've got an interview to get to.
Yes, we do.
At 8 o'clock.
All right. Check in on a couple things quick.
They're saying 135. Some people haven't refreshed. You got to refresh it quite a bit because that number keeps climbing. So everybody hit the like button, subscribe. Now we're at 147. Oh, my God.
Thanks, guys.
148. Thank you so much. We usually like 200 for an evening show. But again, we've usually got an hour and 45 minutes left.
Marquis says 2,000.
Oh, 2,000 is great. 1,501. That's great. That's awesome, too. 153. All right.
We're getting there.
156. Very cool, you guys.
What's up?
I did just get an email from someone.
Yeah.
Who says that when you tell someone you love them and you know you're gay, you don't steal their life by marrying them. So that must be for me. I'm gay. And I married you and I stole your life.
So you're stealing my life because you're gay and using me as a cover story.
And I told you I love you.
Oh.
And so hey.
So but you really don't because you love some nice man ass.
My bad. But it looks like your Tinder is the sauna, so you're gonna be all right.
The only man who's ever tried to pick up on me in the sauna was a little white dude.
Oh, man. So
that was no fun.
So you're saying black people are bigger gentlemen in the sauna than white people as well? Okay.
Yes, they are, actually. Yeah. They're very nice.
I always buy crack from them there. That's where I buy my crack. I was only kidding. Are you going to cover Baked Alaska? Yeah, we'll probably talk about Bake's prison deal tomorrow on the show. All right, 166. That's pretty respectable. 200 would be great, but again, we're stopping the show a little earlier than usual today. Guys, thank you very much. We really appreciate you being here. We got to go get ready for a really fun interview. April, thank you very much.
Thank you, Life Stealer.
Sorry.
You're not helping.
All right, we will be back again 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Go check out the Chris D'Elia video we just did. You'll really love it.
Don't check him out though.
Yeah, no. He'll do bad things. We will talk to you tomorrow morning. Thank you.